Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the J-Dub Show. I'm your host, J-Dub. Before I get started with this review for the TNA Impact that aired Thursday, March 26, 2009, just like I say, thank you so much to all of my 512 subscribers. Even more thanks to the people that rate my videos, comment the videos, share the videos, and favorite them. Actually, this is not going to be a review of the whole episode of Impact, because I didn't watch the whole episode of Impact. Don't know what happened, don't really care what happened either. All I did was watch the 20-man gauntlet, steel cage, captain, lethal lockdown match. I know that's wrong, but if you put that in whatever kind of combination with all those words, I'm sure you get the right title of the match. But yeah, I'm going to go down a list of what I thought was good, what I thought was bad. What I thought was good, the match wasn't completely horrible. It wasn't unbearable. But yeah, that's the end of the good list. Moving on to the bad list. This match was weird. It didn't make sense. Okay, the whole premise of the match was the two people remaining in the ring. When all's said and done, they were going to be the captains of whatever teams at the Lethal Lockdown pay-per-view. The pay-per-view that Mick Foley, I did see that part. Mick Foley earlier in the night, he says, you know, more people are talking about Lockdown than they're talking about that other pay-per-view in April. That other pay-per-view, you mean WrestleMania, the biggest pay-per-view in the history of wrestling? You mean WrestleMania, the pay-per-view that transcends the sport or the industry of wrestling? You mean that pay-per-view? Nobody gives a fuck about Lockdown. Nobody gives a fuck about TNA. And that's for the people that actually know about TNA. Talking about nobody's going to be talking about that other pay-per-view in April when a lot of people don't even know what the hell a TNA is. You say TNA, you bound to get slapped because somebody think you're saying something dirty or something. Yeah, yeah, Mick Foley, he's supposed to be in this match with Sting for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship at Lockdown. And I'm thinking, you know, this is a great, excellent way to push the young talent. Put two guys in like the World Heavyweight Championship picture that can hardly walk to the ring anymore. Put both of them in a World Heavyweight Championship match. And I'm pretty sure this match is going to be horrible. This isn't a case for me to like Undertaker versus HBK to where I say, okay, you know, from the wrestling standpoint, this is not going to be the best match, but just because of the people that are involved with this match, it's going to be excellent, probably the best matches of the night. One of the best matches of the night, if not the best. But this is not the case for me. Undertaker and HBK can still go. Undertaker and HBK can get in the ring and still put on damn good matches. I don't know when's the last time I've seen Sting put on a good match. He hardly even gives any effort in his matches anymore. He just springs a fucking scorpion death drop out of nowhere, and that's the end of the match. But yeah, Mick Foley, he said something like, we're not trying to remake history or rewrite history, we're gonna make history. I totally doubt that, because he basically contradicted himself. He says he has some more drops or throws from the top of a steel cage left in him. So basically, he's gonna get there and try to recreate that same moment where he had with Undertaker and him in the Hell in a Cell. That classic moment that everybody remembers, where everybody thought, like, Undertaker threw him from the top of the steel cage all the way into the announce table. Everybody thought he was smiling, but he was sticking his tongue through a hole that was in his lip or whatever. Yeah, everybody knows about that. He's gonna try to recreate that, but he's gonna also fail at it. Getting to this match, like I was saying, the premise of the match was supposed to be the two guys that remained in the match. They were supposed to be the captains of these teams at Lethal Lockdown. So the question I'd ask, what would make sense to go on with the match when you already have the two guys in the ring left? Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle ended up being the two guys in the ring. So what would be the point of Samoa Joe like pinning Kurt Angle. What would be the point of that? What extra incentive did he have to win the actual match when he's already one of the final two in the match? He's like automatically a captain at Lethal Lockdown, so that didn't make any sense at all. Don West, Mike Tenay, throughout the whole damn match, they would not shut up about the main event mafia. I say about either between 75 and 90% of the time they were talking about the main event mafia. 10 to 25% of the time they were talking about the match. That's not how you do commentary at all. Don West, he's a pathetic heel. I'm just gonna say that. A lot of people, they try to say, they get so happy just because you have a heel announcer again. They say, oh my God, Don West is a heel announcer. This is great. This is great. But they don't actually think about the quality. They just think about what it is. They don't think about the quality. It's like, same example. TNA is TV14. So people say, oh, TNA is great because it's TV14. It's not simply great because it's TV14. Don West is not a great announcer simply because he is heel. You have to think about the quality. TNA sucks. Don West sucks as a heel announcer. You can tell when he makes his turns, and he's not even a heel 100% of the time. He'd sit there and he'd talk all regular, like, okay, blah, 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 you know, regular Don West stuff. Then he gets a kind of a growl in his voice, and that's when you can tell he goes into heel mode or whatever. That's really pathetic when somebody listening to you can actually tell when you turn the heel switch on and off. That's pretty pathetic, but yeah, that's where I'll end this TNA Impact review. I just felt like ranting because I didn't watch the whole episode and I just wanted to fill something in. I felt like making a video, so I just made a video. TNA host commenced to bash. Peace out.